Betsyburg, Boline, then Andrew, the older one, and
Anna?
Anna, and Albert, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
My dad, Grandpa Boline, Albert Charles Boline, born 1883.
This was taken in 1887, so he was like 4.
4 years old, yeah. I don't recall that one. That's my dad's writing.
Mm-hmm. That looks like your writing there.
Yeah.
That was in your mom's letterbox, candy box.
Okay. And there's Ivan
Craig
and
and
Craig
And you and Susie.
and Dale and no. Yeah, that'd be Susie. Yeah, because she's younger than Craig.
And so she's got to be like 1 or maybe 2 there.
Well, yeah, Craig's probably at least same age as Glenn, born in '52.
Mm-hmm.
She was born in '53. He's probably 2 or 3, so she's probably 2. Yeah, cute. That's out in Richfield. That's Ivan's house on the right there.
Right,
Right
right there.
right here with the roof hanging.
Oh, I see.
7104 12th Avenue South, Richfield. There's Ivan. That's Cheryl behind there. And Ma.
That's who her girl is there. She is.
That's not Marla's.
No,
I don't.
that's Cheryl back there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Marlis is-
I don't know who that girl is.
Must be a friend.
Friend of Marla's or Cheryl's. And Ma, Carrie, Maud Boline, Ivan, Emmanuel Boline, and Glenn and Susie. And this is our 1956 Ford Fairlane 500. It was a classy car back then. No air conditioning, but it was a nice car.
So Susie must be about 3 or 4.
Well, Cheryl. No, Glenn's probably 3 or 4.
What year was the car?
56.
Oh, so this must be about 56 then, huh?
56 or 57, yeah. So she was probably 3, at least 3.
Mm-hmm.
This is in at 130 East 38th Street, Minneapolis. It's
This
part
is-
of the freeway now.
Album 7, picture 1.
Okay.
I gotta put the little names
Okay.
in there so we know what we're talking
And that's
about.
Jerry Boline, or Jerry
Grubb
down
here
there,
in the
sitting
corner.
there. And he was born in 1941, so this is the war. She was the English war bride, came here in 45. So I don't know, he must be 4 then.
Mm-hmm.
He was born October 1st. So Eileen's birthday is October 8th, 1924, and Vernal back was July 28th, 1913. And there's Pa, Albert Charles Boline. Vernal's middle name was Leroy. And he was born 1883, September 7th. Same birthday as his youngest son, Dale Boline, September 7th, 1926. And there's Carrie Maud Weekland Boline, born June 4th,
Why was
1885.
your dad on crutches?
Well, he was working down in La Crosse, Wisconsin, and it was fall.
Mm-hmm.
And he decided to go, he had time off on the weekends, and so he went out fishing. He didn't have a boat, he just had his stuff, and he stood out on a rock. And probably, he could step out from the shore. And he was toward the front, had his feet on the front taper of the rock, and he slipped into the water about waist deep. Well, he climbed back out and got up in the rock again and fished for a while, and he started getting cold. It's like October or maybe November.
Uh-huh.
And slipped in, and he got in his car and drove the 10, 15 miles or whatever it was back to his apartment or his hotel room. And 2 weeks later, he was walking down the street. His legs collapsed. So he's down there in the hospital, and Mom went down there. And he said, "Well, I've got Blue Cross Blue Shield. I was one of the original investor people that got involved in that. Maybe it was Northern States Power was his employer." So he said, "Oh yeah, I've got insurance." Well, they had in the fine print, it was only good for 15 days if you're out of state. So he got stuck with a bill. He was in there a month. Then he came home,
Wow.
and he was in bed for a while, and he had a walker and learned how to walk in. He was a big guy,
Mm-hmm.
6'1", 6'1", 6'2", about your
About
size.
tall as me.
And but heavy. He was 250, and he had a belly on him. He'd have parties when I was a young kid, and all the people would be in the air, and he'd say, Al, pull in your stomach. And he'd pull his stomach in, and his pants would fly right to the floor, and everybody'd laugh.
That's a good trick, huh?
Yeah, good trick. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. And they were in Vernal Eileen's house, 5749 Newton Avenue South in Minneapolis. And that's brother Wayne Harley Boline, born June 5th, 1924. And Vernal Leroy Boline, born July 28th, 1913. And Dale Myron Boline, the youngest. And then June Florence Boline Grubb Tritz, born January 2nd, 1916. That's the four of us. I think by that time Floyd died in 49, and Ivan in 59. No, Ivan died in 69 at age 59. Ivan, hey, did it work?
No, I used the TV remote for that.
Oh.
Okay. So this is, do we have the year? Excuse me.
Let me see the picture again.
It's got to be in the 70s or 80s.
Yeah, what does it say on Wayne's shirt there? Is that police?
This is album 7, picture 2.
What does it say? University of Minnesota?
I think so.
He was a cop over there, and something Minnesota.
Oh, something Arizona.
Well, Arizona. They were going down there every winter.
Looks like Tempe or Tucson, yeah.
Tucson, yeah. They were going down there, and we still had football tickets. He was at the U, I think.
Mhm.
Well, he retired when they went down there, I think. So it must. So if he retired at say 65 and 25, it'd be 90.
So late 80s, early 90s, somewhere in there.
Early 90s, yeah. 1990s.
Mhm.
There's June Florence Boline Grubb Tritz and sister Shirley Carey Boline, born January 4th, 1918. They were just 2 years and 2 days apart. And this was taken at Texas Terrace Nursing Center in St. Louis Park on 28th Street. And Honey had congestive heart failure, and she lived there for, I don't know, 8 years probably. I'm not sure.
I remember visiting them there.
Yeah. And June moved back from. Well, she was visiting at this time, I think. They were living in Casa Grande, Arizona. She and Irvin John Tritz. He always went by John rather than, some people call him Irv. There's Wayne and Joyce.
Looks like it's the same
Joyce Nelson Boline.
jacket.
Yeah, same jacket.
So early 90s again.
Yeah, early 90s. Yeah, this looks like Vernal Eileen's house, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on the east wall in the living room. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's my dad
Yeah, with his crutches again.
with his crutches, so this had to be.
It was the same as the other one, about 1945, you said?
Yeah.
When Eileen came back?
Yep.
That's album 7, picture 6.
Okay.
And this is album 7, picture 7.
Now this is up at Bass Lake, near Cohasset, Minnesota, and Sunset Point Resort. They had about 10 cabins or so.
Is that still up there?
I think it's still there. And interesting part, the guy who was the owner had the same birthday as my dad and I. It's all September 7th. And he went up there for years and years and years, and we didn't have a motor. The lake is about 8 to 9 miles long,
Big one, huh?
big one. And of course, you never caught fish in front of your cabin. You had to go all the way down to the other end, and there was a kind of a narrows. You had to roll through this junk. I was the no, I was the anchor man, and my dad was the leader. He'd sit in the far back, and Wayne would be rowing.
Oh.
Once in a while, I'd row. And,
Was there a particular cabin you stayed in?
well, we stayed on one of the cabins right on by the lake. There were some in the next row back.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't always stay in the same cabin. We had a bigger one.
Usually on the lake.
Oh yeah, always on the lake. Yeah, outhouse too.
That looks like
That's
Craig again.
Craig Boline. And
Album 7, picture 8.
in his front yard, and he's born in '52, July, I believe, and so he's that's,
Ivan's house is like
right
right
there.
there.
This
That's
is-
like across the street
yeah,
in the backyard.
yeah,
or
that's
something.
that's across the street. That's his front yard. Yeah,
And this is
This is-
album 7, picture 10.
yeah. This is taken out in Los Angeles, Hollywood, and he's an ex-marine, ex-navy. What the heck was his name? He's a friend of Bud Boline's.
Well, there's actually.
I got his
next
name in the back.
picture-
I got his,
Yeah, there might.
I might have
some-
written on the back. Yeah, it was Billy Berg's in North Vine Street. Hollywood, not Hollywood Vine, about a block north.
So it says
Bebop. Bob Paston, yeah.
That's 49.
123, 40.
49 or 47. Maybe that's a 7.
I'm thinking it's. No, it'd be 49 because he was out of the Marines, and Lowell didn't graduate until 48. So I think it's,
So is Lowell the guy in the middle?
yeah, Lowell Maloney. Went to Central. Did he graduate? Graduated with Joan.
So this guy here?
Yeah. And he married Etta Mae Bjerke. Bob Paston was from California.
Oh, okay. So that's.
And he was a Marine friend. I met him through
You
Bud.
knew Little Bud?
Hell yeah. They were in the Marine boot camp together, I think.
So you were just out there traveling around in 49?
I think so, yeah. I think I took Jerry Grubb out to Seattle to live with Gurley, June Schritz. And then I took bus down to Portland, Oregon, stayed with a friend of mine from the service, and Bob, I think of his name, and then went on down to Santa Barbara, another friend, service buddy, Scotty Wall, and then down to California and stayed with some friends of his, Bob was. Yeah, I don't remember how we all got together. Little
You
Bud
got
was,
together though.
yeah. And the guy that was, they said Bebop, that was the trumpet player and had a broken horn that was like this, or
Yeah.
like this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have his name on there or not. This is Gary and Nancy.
Album 7, picture 13.
Okay, Gary Boline and Nancy Christensen's wedding. On the left is Marilyn Boline, born in February of 27. And then Betty Christensen, who married Marvin Daly, Monk Daly. And that's Nancy and Betty are sisters. Then Gary, and then this is one of Gary's cousins, well, I don't know if the August, what are their names? They was Helen Boline, Gary's mother's half-brothers, I think. And that's Dale Boline to the right.
Rounding out the top.
That was at St. James on the Parkway, Episcopal Church. This
Album
Carrie,
7, picture 14. That's a picture up on the wall.
my mother, Carrie Maud Weekland Boline, born in Idaho.
Territory.
Well, we went up to Canada.
It was
Ter-
Idaho Territory back
Was
then.
it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
1985. It wasn't a state yet.
She said the nearest city was Palouse. I couldn't find it in the map.
Palouse?
Palouse City. Well, it turns out it's in Washington. So they were near the Washington-Idaho
Yeah.
border. She remembered her grandpa walking to town and coming back a day or later. So not with a horse, just walking.
Yeah, so they were in that Idaho territory, and they lived up by Calgary for a while too.
Well, they moved up there by covered wagon when she was about 7 or 8 years old, about
So,
1892, 3 or
up.
4, something
Yeah.
like that, and settled up there. And her dad caught pneumonia up there and died. He's buried up someplace. We tried to find the burial place. There was no record of
Would
any.
it be under Weekland or?
Yeah, he was a weakling, yeah. But there weren't many churches or anything back
yeah.
then. And so we went to every graveyard within the area around Calgary for miles and miles and miles.
Mm-hmm.
And said there was what was the lake there?
Lake Louise?
No, Red Lake.
Oh.
There's a town.
Oh.
So we went up there and checked around there. They said, well, there is a Red Lake also. So we went to that Red Lake and went all the way around that and stopped at every cemetery, every church that we could find.
Mm-hmm.
No record of his burial.
That would have been the early 1890s, though, or maybe mid.
In the 19s, late. Well, I think Reuben might have been born up there too. Her youngest brother.
And there's
Albert Charles Boline,
album 7, picture 15.
born September 7th, 1883.
So when were these two pictures were taken, I presume at the same time, your mom and dad? Were
We-
they
Helen
40s maybe, or?
Helen Boline said we should have a family picture. No, nobody ever thought of it. So that's that family picture with all of us in it.
Oh, and that was taken at the same time?
I'm not sure because
Actually,
she got a different dress and he got a different
dress,
tie.
different suit.
So I'm not.
They look about the same age.
Yeah, I think they. Yeah.
Between the family one and the.
That family picture, I think, was taken. We were living on 3222 Elliott Avenue South, and that was right after World War II. So 46, 47, 48, and then that.
There it is.
Yeah.
Album 7, picture 16.
Okay.
That picture that you brought over that little bud had, it looked like your mom and dad's wedding picture.
Yeah.
Was that their wedding picture? That's what I was trying to find out.
I'll show you in the bedroom. I've got the same thing. I
Oh,
think.
okay. All right.
That's
So,
June Florence Boline
album
Grub
7.
Tritz. This is at 130 East 38th Street, Minneapolis. And that's little Jerry Grubb, born 1941, October 1st, and this is probably, well, he's right up track. He's probably 43 maybe. I was still in high school, and
Picture 17.
he drowned at age 16 out in Washington, Seattle, Washington area where they lived. Swam across the lake with a friend and turned around and come back. And
Album 8, picture 3.
now that is June. Boline, Tritz, with Jerry, and that's Marlis, and I own Marlis Joy Boline, born, I think she was born 1940, I think, and I own, who is still alive at 103, born in 1911, September 8th. I think that one you have wrong in the book. I think you got some other date.
Is this like down by Minnehaha Park or?
This is Minnehaha Falls, yeah.
Oh, at the falls, okay. Kind of looked like something like that.
Yeah.
And here's album 8, picture 4. That's up at the Cohasset place, right?
Yeah, this is Sunset Point. That's Dale to the left, and I own. And I think she's got Cheryl there.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's
Well, let's see, just a minute. We might have.
Gary and Marlis, and Carrie and June, and Albert. Taken in 1943.
Mm-hmm.
We got that one.
That's a great picture, though.
And that's my dad's car, I believe. 1940 Olds. Doesn't look like it from the front.
You got your suspenders on there.
Oh, yeah.
that a name tag or
No, I carried stuff in my pocket.
like a Perkins discount card?
Yeah,
Kind of
something
a
that I
one-trick
can't
pony,
find. Yeah.
Here's picture 7 from album 8.
I think it's at a wedding, one of our weddings, maybe Glenn's
Mm-hmm.
wedding reception. I'm guessing there's June, and he got married in '76,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a reception there and here. This might have been.
This would have been here because I don't
Yeah.
remember them being. I was just checking to see if there were names.
Nothing on the back.
No,
I
not
thought
on
there
this
was. If you move back up one, or can you do?
That's the next
Well, that's
picture.
the next one.
Yeah.
I mean, back from this one. There. Well,
No,
that's the car
for-
one.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go back there now. June. Florence Boline, Grub Tritz, and Shirley Carey Erickson. And these in the front. And Helen Augst Boline, married to Floyd. Yeah, Shirley was married to Bob Erickson. And then I own Lindstrom Boline, born up in Argyle, Minnesota. And in the back, Dale Boline, Dale Boline, and Wayne Harley Boline. I believe this might have been taken at the Women's Club. Plenty of time, just a little after
Noon.
12. I think this was taken at the reception at the Women's Club.
Now this one.
This is taken in
album 8,
Seattle.
picture 8.
There's our '49 Buick convertible.
Back there.
Yeah. And there's Dale Boline. That's Jerry Grubb, had about 12.
Yeah.
And June Florence Tritz, Irvin John Tritz, and then Carrie Maud Weekland Boline.
So did you guys drive out there?
Yeah, we drove out there in that, and we were taking Grandma out to
Stay with them for a while.
see with Gurley, and Joe and I were sitting Saturday morning. So what should we do? You know, I'm on vacation. Well, we finally decided let's take Grandma out there. So which we did, and this is in their yard.
Mm-hmm.
A nice yard, nice house. Irv was kind of a different guy. He had a nice home, no refrigerator. They kept their milk in the basement window. He had a brand new Pontiac, and he took me out to his garage. He had a Model A, and he says, "And here's my other Model A." I says, "Your Model A?" He says, "Yeah, well, I don't want to drive my new car to work. They'll bang it and scratch it up and such." I says, "Okay, well, why do you have the second Model A?" "Well, that's in case this one doesn't start." But no refrigerator.
Yeah.
For a long time, didn't have any phone. But he was a good guy, good to Gurley.
He was in the military or something?
He was in the Army and the Air Force. And he worked with...
That's how they met out there?
No, Bob Erickson and he worked someplace together, and Gurley was single and had a baby. You know, she was very divorced. And so they introduced him. Now
So this is the first one. It's album 8, picture 11.
this is probably 19... I don't know what year that. She's very trim and thin.
What house was that?
That's the 130 East 38th Street. She hung a coat up there.
Looks like it, or maybe you or whoever took the picture.
What's the coat doing there? But she was in the Aquatennial contest for dating beauty down at the old auditorium. And she had a nice shape, a nice smile, pretty teeth. Just a wonderful lady. Great seamstress, good cook. Now this is on...
Picture 12, album 8.
This is address is 38, I think 08 or something like that. 13th Avenue South, right across from Bancroft Grade School.
Is this
And
whose house?
That's Ivan and Ione who lived there. They rented there. And this is on the backyard. And that's June,
And Jerry.
Lawrence Tritz, and Jerry Grubb.
And that's Marlis
that's
and Cheryl, I
Marlis.
bet.
And Cheryl, and Ione Boline, yeah. Ione Lindstrom Boline. And Marlis is married to Leroy Martinson, and Cheryl is married to Ron Wald.
Hey,
Hey, look at that.
album 8, picture 13.
See what I got mine there? Merle gave me some Air Force wings, so this has got to be during the wartime. I think this is a YMCA thing or something. Look at that hairdo.
And look at the big
Oh yeah, the big, that was big like
Collars.
the sport collars wearing outside of your
Mm-hmm.
jacket. Yeah, that was.
Out
Really,
was in, huh?
I was really cool.
Is that right, Mom?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
No, she didn't even know me. She was still in junior high school.
This is
There's
Albany,
this-
picture 14.
This is that Ivan Ione's home
Is
in
that Craig?
Richfield. That's Craig. And Craig Boline, and born in 1952, July, I believe. And June and Ione, and that was probably, he's probably 14.
Mm-hmm.
He's
14 or
probably
15 maybe,
Probably
yeah.
1956, 57, yeah.
No, 66 or 67.
Oh, 66, 67.
Yeah.
And Ione and Ivan had one of these.
That's my phone.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
They had a bowl of fruit, you know, and they had to go to the store or someplace, and Ma was staying with them. We moved her around for a while, you know, 2 weeks or a month at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And so they left her alone, and she saw that bowl of fruit, and she thought, gee, I'd like a banana. We never had bananas at home.
Mm-hmm.
She grabbed it, and she tried to bite into it. She couldn't peel it. They were wax.
Wax.
They had that there for years.
Okay.
You want to call it, Dave?
No, that's right. I'll
Well,
call
here
it
we
right
are
now.
again.
Picture 15, album 8.
Yeah, here we are again in front of 130 East 38th Street. The bus stop right in front of our house. That's June. Florence Boline Grub Tritz. That's Dale Boline. I like my hairdo better there. And Shirley Carey Boline Erickson. And there's Jerry Grubb and Bobby Erickson
Junior?
Jr. Yeah. So 1942.
1942.
Yeah.
Look at that. So we'll have to check our. Let's see if, yeah, this one's got it too. So this one says, album 8, picture 17. Standing Ivan, sitting June, Ben Belford and Laverne, and then taken at Belford's house, Old Shakopee Road. Just don't know what year.
Well, I would guess they look in pretty good shape. Ivan passed away in '69, so it had to be before that.
No, it wasn't 69, was it? So-
Yeah, he was
We were married.
he was 59 years old when he died.
Really?
Died in '69. Yeah. And they look pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Ivan looked a little gaunt there. So I'd say look at Ben's arm.
Yeah.
You know what he
Big
did.
bruise or something. That's probably,
Yeah.
it looks like he was kind of proud of it.
Yeah. They had a nice house. Busy street. It wasn't so busy when they lived there. I'm guessing it was in the mid to late 60s.
Like 66, 67,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's Dale Boline,
Album 8, picture 21.
1945.
Looks like a little kid
I
there.
think it's taken in Ohio.
Miami.
I went to Miami University, Oxford, Ohio, but I was with these other guys, and we went into Cincinnati probably.
Mm-hmm. Just for a little break.
I remember a guy named
R&R,
Hal
you mean?
Bloom that lived from Cleveland. I think we were, yeah. So that's 1945.
1945 or 46, yeah. Looks like
And that's the same picture.
album
I
8,
never-
picture
don't
22,
remember that
looking
picture.
the other way.
Yeah,
We can assume that's you, I guess.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah,
Like the-
1945.
like the haircut.
Here we go. Album 8, picture 25. This one has.
Carrie. And this is Laverne here,
Mm-hmm.
and Bernice, and it's Vernal.
Bottom left is Vernal.
So this is about 1950.
So that would be Floyd there, maybe.
Yeah, because he was
He was the oldest.
he was probably 5, 6, 7 years older than him. So
And Vernal was born second,
no,
third.
There was-
Ivan was next, right?
no, it was Floyd, Marvin,
Marvin, that's right.
Ivan, Vernal,
Okay.
1913. So I'm thinking he's about 2, maybe 3 there. So it'd be 1915 or 16.
And And that's your mom up here?
Yeah.
And that's
Mrs. Ed Rogerg or something, I don't know. And then Laverne. That's not Laverne.
Laverne here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Bernice
Well, let's see if maybe we have
on the back.
No, we don't. Okay,
That's
here's
Dodie.
picture 27 from album 8. That's Dodie.
Dora Weekland Bugby.
So that was your mom's, that was your aunt.
My mother's sister,
Mhm.
younger sister.
Mhm.
And her daughters were Laverne and Belfer and Bernice Grosskirth.
The two kids that we saw in the
Yeah,
previous picture.
yeah. And I'm not sure if she was born in Idaho or Cambridge.
Oh, when they moved back here, they moved to Cambridge?
Yeah.
And that's where your mom bumped into your dad.
Yeah. They all went to it. They sang in the same choir, I think, Lutheran church.
And we have a picture of your mom's confirmation.
That
class.
picture, yeah.
They misspelled her name.
Did they misspell her name too?
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Wickland, W-I-C-K.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here,
Doris
Okay, so-
Weekland Bugby.
Album 8, picture 28.
Well, looks like Vernal was in the service and Wayne wasn't yet. That's Wayne Boline, Vernal Boline, and Dale Boline, all brothers. I'm probably 16 or 17. So it'll be, Vernal went in the service in 1942, I think he was drafted. And Wayne went in about 42 or 43. I didn't go into 45. And so I'm guessing it probably 43, 1943. Yeah, that was a nice house, 130 East 38th Street.
Oh, 41, 42, or 43. So, but we think it's 43.
Yeah,
Let me double check here. This is album 8, picture 29. Well, this one says, so,
do not have the date though.
no. So it says June.
Well, Eileen came here after they got married. They got married in 45, October of 45. So I think this is 1946 because the weather was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It looks like you've got all the real Navy stuff on.
Oh yeah. I didn't go in till January 45.
Here's picture 33 from album 8. That's down in like Oklahoma or something, you said?
No, this is still Minneapolis.
I thought you went to visit.
I did, but
This
I was
isn't it?
I was in the Navy then.
Oh. Where was he stationed then? Was
Alan McGord, no, Amarillo.
Oh, Texas. Oh, is
Yeah.
that where he met Mary? Or was it Mary?
Yeah, but it wasn't at this point. He was still.
No. I'm just because he
Yeah,
was in the
I-
Army Air Force down there.
Yeah, I don't know where he was stationed then. Because that was just he just gotten there when I saw it. They couldn't even find it. They'd been transferred in there.
Okay, so this is in Minneapolis.
Yeah, I'm probably 16 or 17.
How much older was he than you?
2 years.
2.
2 years and 3 months.
And 7 days and 6 hours and 24
Something like
minutes.
that, yeah.
1943.
Yeah.
Oh, another copy. This is
That's Ivan.
picture 37, album 8.
What's that on
It looks
there?
like a fish or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think they're skinning fish or scaling fish. You
Mhm.
can see the newspaper.
Yeah.
Probably up at Sunset Point, Cohasset.
Uh,
That's a guess.
yeah, it doesn't say when or where, but.
No.
Okay, so this is picture 38 from album 8.
And Wayne Boline, Carrie Maud Weekland Boline holding Robert W. Erickson Jr. And then that's Vernal Leroy Boline and Bobby. That looks like he's maybe between 1 and 2, so it'd be 1943.
1940, circa
42.
42. Yeah,
Okay.
somewhere in there.
Well, he's born in 41, so it could have been 42.
Yeah. Here's picture 41 from album 8.
Albert Charles Boline, Vernal Leroy Boline, and Carrie Maud Boline. This is probably just when he went in.
Mm-hmm.
guessing 42. I'm not positive.
Hmm.
Do you have any of that stuff from Eileen?
I do.
It'll say on there is service stuff. Oh, I got something for you too. Hang on a minute, I'll get this stuff. What?
Yep. Okay, so that was. I think we already did this one, didn't we?
Yep.
This is picture 42, Almate. Looks like you.
This is Dale Myron Boline in front of 130 East 38th Street. There was a cute little girl next door, Billy Joe Durant. Used to go over and she was probably 4 years younger than me, or 3 at least. And there's another kid lived there, and there was a duplex. And ran around with him. He was younger too. 43 or 44, and there's
Picture
Dale.
45.
Dale Boline, June Florence Boline Grubtritz,
Bobby Erickson.
and that's holding Bobby Erickson. So he can't be more than a 1, so it's got to be 1942. And Vernal, home on leave.
Yeah, this one doesn't have a date.
42, 43. It says
Where?
here, but he
Oh,
was,
yeah.
but he was born in 41, so he wasn't 2
Yeah,
at
it
that
must have
picture.
been 42.
Yeah.
And here's
There's
picture
Vernal Leroy
6.
Boline holding Bobby Erickson Jr. and June Florence Boline.
Is this the
Grubtritz.
house where we have a picture of your mom, like in the first floor,
Yeah.
and your dad in the second
Yeah.
floor, but kind of looking out?
Yeah, 130 East 38th Street.
Is that
yeah.
still there?
No, Freeway took it. That's right. The Stevens Avenue was. That's Reuben Weekland and his wife, Jean.
Album name picture
She was
51.
Scotch, and she still had a brogue. I don't know. He was in World War I in the Navy, and
So that Reuben is your mom's
my mom's brother, right?
brother?
Yeah. He was a soccer player.
Really?
Yeah,
Didn't know they played soccer back then.
yeah. Oh no, what was that other game? Rugby.
Okay.
I think he played rugby.
Wedding after World War I, 1918 or 1919.
And
Look
that's,
at that.
yeah.
Picture 52, album made back in the hat days.
Oh yeah. And then wearing raincoats. It's got to be in the early 50s. I'm working for city service, I think. I wore the raincoat fall, winter, and spring. I didn't have an overcoat. Who could have?
50s or 60s?
I think it was 50s.
And we have picture 55. So,
Carrie Boline and baby, and the
Bobby
cousin.
Erickson?
No,
Baby
yeah,
and cousin.
Bernice and Laverne again, and Floyd and Ivan. So she's holding Vernal, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And who did I say this was?
Says Ernie.
Walter Bugby. That was Dodie's husband.
Dora Bun.
Yeah, Walter and Dora Bugby. Well, Dora Bugby was Dora was Weekland,
Mm-hmm.
and Bernice were their daughters. Only
Says Hulda.
Hulda
Hulda.
Hankinson. I didn't know her.
What time is it?
It's 12:28.
You have to leave about 1. Don't worry.
We have half an hour.
She likes to worry. You're good at it. She's good at it.
That's what time it was.
Or what?
I wonder what time it was.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's Hulda. She was like a family friend or something.
Apparently, she might have been something like that.
That was backside.
Backside of it, yeah.
Here's picture
That's-
56.
That's
Almade.
Dora and Dodie and what's his Bugby? What's his first name?
Well, I know.
I never met him.
Mm-hmm.
They were divorced long before I was born, I think.
Hmm.
Don't know. Walter.
Yeah. And here's picture 59, album 8.
That's Grandma Britta.
Is that Karen Fault?
It could be Karen Fault, and then
Wait a minute.
let's see if it's on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karen Fault. And
Weakland.
parents Andrew.
And stepmother Britta.
So that's Betty Britta. Betty. No,
No,
Betsy.
this is my mother's side.
Mm-hmm.
Weakland's my mother's side, so it's not.
I just see Britta.
Yeah, no, it's Betsy. I think was
Betsy
my dad's.
Rita Olsenberg, yeah.
Yeah, it's my mother's side of the family
Great grandparents.
from Mora, Sweden.
Mm-hmm. Mora.
Mora, yeah,
So she was your grandma, and they were your great.
great grandparents.
This is picture 62 album mate.
And that looks like our 40,
Like that.
40 or 39 Nash. So I'm not sure where we took this, Joan.
Looks like you're
I
stumped.
never made it to
I'm
Minnesota.
stumped on this one, right? Nice place. I'd like to go back there again. It looks nice there.
Yeah.
I had hair even.
What does it say? It doesn't say anything. So we don't know where that is. Looks like a.
I think it's possibly in California. But I'm not positive.
Is that where you had that car?
Yeah, we bought it out there for $90 plus tax.
And drove back to from California
Yeah.
with a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 130 East 38th Street again. That's the dining room windows right there. And that's
Picture 47.
Albert Charles Boline with
Bobby.
Robert Erickson Jr. He was born in 1941, so it's probably 42.
Yeah. He's walking around.
He's
Mostly walking
yeah.
around. Here's picture 50, album 9.
I see
Let's see.
Laverne and Bernice, I think.
Effie, second from left.
Weekland
Lauren.
Eckern. Laverne Bugby left,
Laverne.
Bernice right.
So let's back up again and see if that all makes sense now.
Well, the other kids over here.
So that's
This is Laverne and Bernice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who the others are. Does it say back there?
Yeah, it said
That might be Dodie. I'm not sure.
Effie,
Effie.
second from left.
So she's a.
Effie, that's another one of your mom's sisters?
I believe so.
I know the name. It's
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I missed knowing all those wonderful people.
Album 9, picture 51. That's a cool one.
I think that's Vernal. Vernal on the left and Dale on the right.
Looks like he's got.
One shoe on, one shoe. Oh, I think it's just he had some white shoes. I think.
Oh. Well, this shoe's got a black sole, and that shoe doesn't.
Well, of course, it's facing the other way. I think with the feet turned out, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm trying to picture that house. It looks like 3447 11th Avenue South.
Oops. Just says where. Just says you guys. I was trying to see if it had a date or anything on the back. Okay.
Well, I look like I'm 8 or 9 years old. We lived there from 32 to 36 or something like that. So it's probably, and that wasn't the one on.
Let me just see that. I'll give you an LP.
Already
Is
did.
it loud enough?
It'll be fine. Yeah, let's turn it up.
I don't know what I'm holding there.
Stuffed animal or something, or
I don't know why.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that'd be Vernal.
What's with your hat? Is
That
it
oh, I bet it's
Bowery Boys kind of hat, or
maybe it's got a visor on. It might have been a soldier's cap that I was just putting on.
mm-hmm.
Vernal was in the Boy Scouts, but that was before this.
Troops.
No, you don't take them at 2. You didn't take them until 12. Remember? Relax.
We're off schedule.
So how much older is Vernal than you?
13 years.
So if you were like 8, he was 21.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he might have been 7 and 20. He looks pretty young.
Yeah, he does. Picture 54, album 9.
That's Gurley holding Jerry Grubb. June June Florence Boline Grubb Tritz with her son Jerry, who drowned at age 16, born in 1941. That's Ivan Emmanuel Boline, born 1910, holding Marlis Joy Boline, born in 1941, and that's Ione Boline, Ione Lindstrom Boline from Argyle, Ivan's wife, born September 8, 1911, and that's Vernal Leroy behind, that's born July 28, 1913. Ivan's born May 30th, 1910.
That's gotta be 41 or 42 again.
Yeah, this is in the 40s because Vernal's in the service, and I think he went in 41. So it's probably 1941 or 42.
Might say that. Which house is it?
130 East 38th Street in Minneapolis, which is part of the 35W freeway now.
43 or 44. So that's
Yeah,
that.
that's
Album 9, picture 55.
same address. This is Dale and his then girlfriend Dolores Enquist. She married a guy named Jack Preston. He passed away of a brain tumor. She died a couple years ago. I don't know what from.
Another one.
They're
Picture
married in the
58.
same place. Yep.
There's you. Picture 59.
All by my lonesome. Yeah.
Should have kept that coat.
Yeah. I probably got it in the closet.
No, you had that raincoat you said you wore in the wintertime.
Yeah. Didn't have a coat. And that's Dolores.
61.
Nice girl.
62.
This is June Florence Boline Grubtritz with Dale Boline, brother, and sister Shirley Carey Erickson. Shirley Carey Boline Erickson. And the kids on the left is Jerry Grubb and Bobby Erickson. And that's probably 1942.
Picture 55.
This is my dad's 40 Oldsmobile. That's Ione on the left, and Ivan with a hat on and holding probably. There's Jerry. It's probably
This is
Cheryl.
Marlis?
Yeah, there's Marlis. Yeah, this is probably Cheryl. And there's Jerry behind Ma, Grandma Boline, Carey, Claude Weekland Boline, June Florence Boline Grubtritz, with Marlis behind, and Albert Charles Boline on the right, born September 7th,
That's up at
1883. This is up at Sunset Point Resort on Bass Lake near Cohasset, Minnesota.
This is picture 67.
Well, that's
Should I double check the back real quick?
yeah,
It's Dora, Wickland,
and
Laverne,
Cora
Bernice.
Nelson Grasker.
Oh,
That was her first married husband.
so that's
That's Cora. He was an artist, and so was Laverne. They were married. They were both artists. And I can remember him when we were living 3821 11th Avenue South, and they was there at the house. And I walked down to the drugstore on 38th in Chicago. He bought me a pack of gum. Before we got home, I had all 5 sticks in my mouth.
you never did that, did you? No. What kind of gum did you get back then? Wasn't
Wrigley's.
Wrigley's?
I think that's all I could think there was back then.
yeah. Here's picture 68.
Yeah, it was Wayne Harley Boline. You can tell he's in service. Those are Air
Khakis.
Force khakis.
Army Air Force.
Yeah, Army Air Force. And there's the 40 Oldsmobile. And June Florence Boline Grubtritz and Albert Charles Boline. And that's Jerry Grubb, June's son. And that's our dog Boots that I got for a nickel from Charlie Johnson. And he came back and said, "Oh, I changed my mind. I got to have a dime." I said, "Take the dog." "Oh, okay, keep him." He says.
What house was this?
This is 130 East 38th Street on
Oh, same
38th and Stevens, yeah. On the northeast corner of 38th and Stevens.
So that would still be there then?
No, freeway took it.
Oh, Stevens, I'm thinking of
Yeah.
north of Lake Street. Here's Picture
looks
71.
like same picture as before, I think.
Yeah. Here's picture 78.
Sonny Boline
Alpine.
and Wayne Boline Jr. And this is quite a few years ago, but that mom wanted that thing put in, and finally we got it taken out. It was a
Little
hazard.
lighter.
Can you imagine when we got the piano?
That's Sunny.
Sonny.
Sunny to the left.
When we got the piano, I got Bob.
Is there somebody there?
We had all these. That's Sonny.
You
That's
can't
Wayne.
see who that is, if that's what you're talking about. That's somebody's on there.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Had to lift that thing over this thing to get the piano.
Yeah.
It took about 4 or 5 guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bob Laven, and probably John Gallagher.
Some of the neighbors just came
Yeah,
over and
I called him and said, "Can you come and help?" And it might have been Lowell too, and me, or maybe I was watching.
So what year do you think this is then?
I've got a record that when we bought that piano, the kids were small.
I remember going to that place.
It was out in Wilmer, yeah. And I was still with city service, so it had to be 65, 64, something like that.
We were doing that house until
Yeah, 61.
61.
Yeah, I remember when you took that out too.
1960s.
Okay, here's album 9, picture 81.
It's Carrie Boline holding Vernal. I don't know who that is. And the next one is Dodie. That one, next lady is Dodie, and then one, her must be her husband Eckern. No, not Eckern, but what did I say his name was?
Walter?
Walter Bugby.
Yeah.
And the next, maybe that's, I don't know who they are. I know the kids are.
Back. Carrie, holding Vernal, cousin unknown, Dora Weekland, Walter Bugby,
Hulda Hawkinson. And the male's unknown, but he looked,
Bernice, Laverne, and Ivan.
yeah, he looked like, the male looked like that Hancora.
Mm-hmm.
No, but he married,
Oh.
that wasn't it, because, okay, that's an unknown, I guess.
Yeah, and that's Vernal, Floyd, and Ivan, right?
Yep.
So I think we got past that one. That was picture 81. And here's album 9, picture 82.
This is Andrew Boline, and this is probably taken up at Granby, Minnesota. He was in a nursing home there. It was really an old house just off of Highway 65, and there were about 7 or 8 guys, and this one lady who owned the home taking care of all of them, feeding them, and so forth and so on.
August 1971.
How about that?
North Branch.
Well, North Branch. Well, he moved then from.
I remember stopping by to see him.
Yeah, we came back from someplace. And that's my mother, Carrie Maud Boline, downtown Minneapolis. The Star is Born. That must have been an old movie on the marquee there. I don't know if that's where that is.
Barbara Streisand was around then.
No, she wasn't. It was Janet Gaynor. I don't know who played Star is Born.
So that's album 9, picture 85.
Okay.
And
She used to go downtown to pay the bills.
picture 93.
This is at 324 Kenmar Circle. Looks like it must be Christmas time. Left to right, there's Mary Boline, Wayne's wife, and their daughter. Looks like Mary. And then Grandma Chartier,
And Wayne.
Wayne Boline, yeah, sitting there.
Grandma with Ginger on her lap.
Yeah, it could be Ginger, 'cause
Yeah,
it
you
wasn't.
can
It
see
wasn't.
the little eyes.
It wasn't Pepper. I don't think
I
we had
remember that
Pepper.
old table too. Chuck and Ed had that now, don't they?
I don't know where it is. That Mary Cardwell from Texas. Here's-
97.
Is Wayne Boline in the Air Force with Dale Boline still in high school, about senior in high school, I think. must be 44, 43 or 44. Yep. I'm not sure who that is.
That's the mom.
That's her?
It says Joan right there.
I'll be darned. If I'd known that. There's Joan Marion Chartier Boline.
It's on the back. Nope. Here's picture 103.
That's Chucky and Susie and Dale Boline. Looks like we're down at the on Old Highway 13 at the, we used to go down there to the Stagecoach restaurant. Gee, we,
Have that looks like a gate or something coming in.
I don't know, probably, yeah. Like the ranch entrance, you know.
Yeah. I remember going.
And they had an eagle with no tails, and gee, it was terrible to see that poor eagle. And they had a silver dollar bar, dollars right in the bar, and they had good food. They had deep dish apple pie or cherry pie, la mode. You go down there and probably the whole family could eat for $5, $6, $7. The good old days. There's Ione. Ione, Lindstrom, Boline, just passed away on February 4th, 2015 at age 103.
So what? Any idea?
Where this is?
Yeah, with the big radiator there.
Let's see.
When it was taken.
No, my folks had radiators at 34th and 11th. See, she was come down here. She was about 19 or 20, and they were at our house all the time, every weekend. They'd be there for dinner on Sunday. She and her sisters, Floyd as well, and Vernal's friend Wally Petridge. They just always showed up. His Ma, Ivan and Ma, and what's that say back there?
Berry or
Opry or?
well, it looks like a box. Like something
Oh yeah.
moving out or
Can't get the date on that newspaper.
yeah.
I'm guessing this is be.
See if there's anything on the back. Here we go. Oh, it says 1963. There.
Okay. Well, that was when she born and died.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And this is when he born and died. So we know it's. So it's before '69. So I'm thinking it's.
Before 63.
Yeah, that looks like one of Eileen's. Well, oh, the lamp. Yeah, I'm trying to figure. Lamp. I don't recognize. Is this a window?
That's
Air
two
conditioning.
boxes there.
Oh.
Boxes over here too.
Oh, maybe she's just moving in or moving out of 31st and 4th Avenue. I don't know. What does it say in the back of that one?
It just gave their names and birth
Oh,
dates.
there's Vernal, Leroy Boline, Dale Boline, and Albert. This is in the
Picture
back
109.
door at 3222 Elliott Avenue South. The folks lived there for a while after World War II. So it's probably 47, 48, something like that.
The back of it said it was printed on November 24th, 1952.
Mm.
So that's probably why it's so green. It probably
Well,
was
yeah,
that
well,
low for
yeah, that was a. This was a. Looks like a Polaroid, but I don't think. So.
This might have been a reprint or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
picture
Dale
113.
Boline. I'm probably 3 years old, or at the most 4. And the chair I'm sitting on is a. We still have one, and Nancy Erickson Bautista has the other one. They were Girly and Honey, June and Shirley Boline's kitchen set, and they had a table that's disappeared.
Just like a kid's kitchen set.
Yeah,
you mean?
yeah. And
The chair downstairs.
we got the chair. I want to get the paint off of it, and Emily wanted it. So my dad and Wayne and my dad measured the seats because they were all falling apart. The wood, so he had some made up. And we went down to the basement at 32nd Elliott, going to put them in. 3/4 inch plywood wouldn't fit, so we had to chip out all the little places. About a dozen things. You can see it downstairs. And he wrote the date that it was done, 1936, I think it was.
Picture 1, album 11, picture 43.
Well, that's,
That's you and Mom.
yeah,
Bud
it looks,
Bernie, and not sure who that is.
it looks like Carol Weekland.
It probably is.
I'm trying to see the car. Is that our, if that could be our 1956
Your Mom's in the passenger seat.
Ford, but
See if there's anything on the back.
yeah, that's our 56 Ford. That's Bill and Bernie and Bud and Joan and Carol. And this is in front of is that our house on,
66, 32, 11,
I'm not sure that's our house because there's something over here. Our house had a straight line across the front.
Maybe.
Oh, I'm thinking maybe it's Bud and Bernie's. I'm not sure. Or Bill and Carol's. I don't know.
Here's picture 11 from album 12.
That's me. I think this might be at Camp Manakiki. I don't know what are these things. These wires going across here and ropes.
It might just be something on the picture too, like it was full or something.
Oh, yeah, it could have been.
So what camp is that?
Well, I was thinking it was Camp Manakiki on Lake Waconia, which doesn't exist anymore. I asked them what's there now. Well, somebody said they were Indian burial grounds, so they didn't do anything with it. Run by the Pillsbury House.
What were you doing there?
I was a counselor. There I am. And I have no idea where that is. I think I still have the swimming suit.
Mom thought Big Island maybe?
No, that's,
Kind of looks like Lake Independence except the shore is too close maybe.
yeah. Didn't ring a bell.
Picture 18 from album 12.
This would be 1945 or 46. Dale Boline. Dale Myron Boline, yeah. That was
Without the hat.
that was in 40. I was at Miami University. This is taken in photo studio
I've never seen
in
that.
Oxford, Ohio. When I was going to Miami University.
I've never
Picture
seen these
album
pictures.
12, picture 20.
That's
Time that, huh?
Dale Myron Boline again. Navy.
1945.
Yeah.
Album 12, picture 51.
Here's a party for the, I don't know who's playing the harp, but that's Shirley Carey Boline, Ione Lindstrom Boline, Eileen Standing Boline, June Boline, Grub Tritz, and Laverne Bugby, and Cora Belford. Taking in office. Office marketing building? No, that doesn't make sense.
Picture 64, album 12.
That's Leroy Martinson, Marlis Joy Boline Martinson, and Cheryl,
Ron.
and Boline, and Wald, and Ron Wald, and down below in front is, that's got to be, I'm thinking it doesn't look like Craig, does it?
Looks like Gurley.
Well, that's Gurley, but that's not her son. It could be Jeffrey. Jeffrey Martinson.
That's what it is, yeah. Would that be at Ivan's house? Ivan and Ione?
Yeah, it looks like Ivan's house, and at 71st and 12th Avenue in Richfield.
Here's album 12, picture 69.
Is that Walter and Dora Bugby with Effie and Bill Eckern? Effie Weekland, Carrie Boline, and Dora Boline's sister. And I didn't know either of them.
Picture 70.
That's them again, I think, isn't it? Adopted daughter of Virginia Springer. Never met them. They were gone before I was born.
Picture 73.
That's Albert Charles Boline on the left, I think he was working for the Minneapolis Street Railway.
Minneapolis Street Railway.
Yeah.
Like that.
And they come and Northern States Power come and hired him away from them.
Album 12, picture 77.
Here's Albert Charles Boline,
Kneeling with the white shirt.
the white shirt with suspenders. The rest of them are unknown.
This is picture 88.
This is at Vernal, walking Maryland, Boline, Ole down the aisle of a wedding out at St. James, the Parkway Church on about I don't know what the avenue is on Parkway and about 27th Avenue, I think, 26.
Album 13, picture 23.
Well, his grandpa, Albert Charles Boline, center front. To the left here is Barbara Erickson Espol. And on the right is Darlene Gale Erickson Hettinger. There's Grandma Boline, Carrie Maud Boline, and in the background is Eileen, and she's holding Nancy Erickson, and right in front of her is Bobby Erickson, and then Vernal, with his head partially obscured, is Vernal Boline is probably taken at their home on 57th and Newton.
This is okay.
That's a guess.
Here's picture 24.
This is taken at Sunset Point, Cohasset, Minnesota. Carrie Maud Weekland Boline at the front of the boat, and Eileen sitting up on the tree, and Albert Charles Boline standing up in the back, and then I think that's Dale Boline leaning on the grass behind Mother Boline.
Picture 25.
And here's Carrie Maud Weekland Boline, Vernal Boline, and Eileen May Standing Boline.
So that's
Vernal's wife. Vernal's wife. Yeah, this is also at Sunset Point, Cohasset.
So early mid-40s or so.
Late 40s, I think, because she didn't get here till 1945 or 46.
Here's picture 26.
This was taken at Vernal Eileen's home at 5749 Newton Avenue South. And who is this here? I'm not sure. But there's Eileen Boline, left to right, and Shirley Carrie Boline Erickson, Dale Boline, Joyce Nelson Boline, wife of Wayne Harley Boline, and June Boline Grubtritz. There we are again at Sunset Point
Picture 27.
with Carrie in the front of the boat, Eileen sitting down, Vernal standing up, leaning against the tree, and Albert Charles Boline up above on the beach. There's Albert Charles Boline,
On the beach again in picture 28.
Yep. also Sunset Point, Cohasset.
Picture 29.
Okay, this is Carrie Maud Boline and Eileen Boline and Albert Charles Boline, and
Is that Boots again?
no, that's not Boots. I don't know whose dog that is. Because
In 46 or 47, somewhere there.
yeah, I don't picture that house. I don't recognize that house back there.
Here's picture 30.
Sunset Point again. There's Eileen and Ma on the dock at Sunset Point, Cohasset. There's Vernal and Ma, same
Picture 31. Yep, same dock.
Sunset Point, Cohasset. Here's
picture
Ma.
32.
Carrie Maud Boline and Eileen May Standing Boline leaning. I've got a handsome face. There's Grandma Boline again with her back to us, hanging onto the boat. Eileen's up there leaning against the tree again. Eileen May Boline there. Eileen went in there, and
34.
this is Dale Boline peeking in. And Eileen's just going to go into the outdoor biffy at Sunset Point.
Troublemaker. You
Yeah, we just did that. Pose for the picture.
Right. Picture 35.
Yeah, this is Vernal and Eileen Boline, and that's Jerry Grubb on the stairway. And I'm not sure where this is.
Would that be out in Seattle? Looks
no.
like kinda hilly.
I don't think they went out there.
Oh,
And that looks like Bobby Erickson with Eileen and May standing Boline and Vernal Leroy Boline.
Here's picture 37.
Now this is at 4348 10th Avenue South. Must be some kind of a party. This looks like Mary Boline way back here on the left. And then I think this has got to be Wayne Boline with his back to us. And then this is, I think, Monk Daly, Marvin Daly. That's Dale Boline. That's Gary Boline standing facing the camera. And I could be wrong. This looks more like Wayne Boline back here behind Dale.
Looks like his eye, doesn't it?
Yeah. So this could be Stan Oliveira too. And I don't know if that looks like Betty Betty Christensen Daly, who's married to Marvin Daly.
Here's picture 38.
I think this was taken at 38th and 13th Avenue South. That's left to right. Eileen May standing Boline, Ione Lindstrom Boline, Carrie Maud Boline, Weekland Boline, Dale Myron Boline. I think that's Dolores Enquist, I think. Behind the, yeah.
There's picture
There's
39.
Ivan Emmanuel Boline with Eileen May standing Boline and Dale Myron Boline.
Got a really wide but very short tie on.
Oh yeah, and no pants.
Here's picture 40 out in 13.
With Ivan Emmanuel Boline and Carrie Maud Boline, mother.
And picture 41.
There's Dale with his dad Albert Charles Boline, and there's Alvin Fabian Chartier, Margaret Dora Chartier, Carrie Maud way to the right. Who's these, Joan? Do you recognize them?
That looks kind of like Eileen. Is that Laverne?
It kind of looks like Laverne. I think this must be in front of 6632 11th Avenue South. We had kind of a wedding party after we got back, and
And it was empty across the street.
yeah, there was nothing there but the farm at that time.
Yeah.
You guys were on the boonies back then, huh?
Yeah, well, Alvin says, I've been giving presents to all of my friends' kids. We're going to have a party for it.
Album 13, picture 42.
Yeah, this is on 130 East 38th Street. You see the old storm windows. You'd pop them out, have a little arm to hold them open. Eileen May standing, Boline, Mary DeVernal. There's Shirley Carey Erickson and Dolores Enquist.
Picture 43.
Not sure who they are. Maybe it's on the back. Go back. Looks like he might have been one of Mom's sisters, but I don't know the other one. Is that Hulda lady or Hulkinson or Hulkinson or Hawkinson or?
Picture 44.
Well,
It's
that's
got to be Laverne and
a B in Laverne, and then Floyd,
Ivan.
Ivan probably.
And there's, we just saw that one.
Yeah, or one like it.
45, yeah, with Vernal. Okay. Here's,
This is behind 130 East 48th East 38th Street. That's Vernal in the Army Air Force, and brother Floyd. Albert Boline. Yeah, brother.
Floyd was how much older than Vernal?
About 5 years, I think. Vernal didn't think he'd go because he had disability, blood poison in his leg, and 1A. He went right in.
Vernal did?
Yeah.
Here's picture 47.
There's Albert Charles Boline and Margaret Dora and Chartier, Alvin Fabian Chartier, and my mother, Carrie Maud Boline. What car is that? He had a Chrysler. I think that was Grandpa's Chrysler.
Grandpa.
Chartier.
Uh-huh.
I think it was a two-door sedan.
Here's picture 48.
It's Christmas picture. This is taken at Vernal and Eileen's at 5749 Newton. You can see the airplanes. He was from the Air Force. Trying to figure out who they are. That's Eileen to the back. That's be Ione, Marlish, Cheryl, and Craig,
Mm-hmm.
and Vernal Boline.
Did he ever have a B-24 model downstairs? I remember the airplanes he had hanging up.
I don't remember it.
So, okay, this is picture 49.
And
So
left
you
to
mama
right,
or the next?
this is Craig, I believe, and Joan Boline,
Glenn back
Glenn Boline, being held by Cheryl Boline Wald, Dale Boline sitting there, Marlis, Joy Boline Martinson, and Eileen Boline and Vernal Boline.
Is that at their
I think-
dining room?
I think this is at their house. Yeah, and
They didn't have that kind of wallpaper.
they might have had, because there was a window, it still is a window there, but that's a long window, wasn't it? I think their window was high.
Okay, it
in
looks like it's got that arched ceiling.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
so-
they had that, cold
And the
ceiling.
kitchen would be like right here.
Right, in there, yeah. We'll check the electrical outlet, see if it's still there.
Well, yeah, this is.
Yeah.
Let's double check because it looks like
And there's Craig,
he's wearing the same shirt. This is their kitchen here.
yeah,
Picture 50.
that's Craig Boline being held by Eileen May Standing Boline and Vernal Boline at 5749 Newton now. Here's his,
Picture 51.
I think this is at Ivan Ione's home on 71st and 12th Avenue. And that's Cheryl, I believe,
Cheryl and Craig.
and Craig. I think they had a piano in the back, and he had a chair like that, I remember, at Christmas time. Yeah, now,
Picture 52.
this,
Looks like it's a Vernal's house.
the Vernal Eileen's house, because we ended up with that couch later.
Yeah, brown and white, off-white.
Yeah, there's Ivan with Craig Boline in front of him, and Cheryl to his left, and Eileen sitting on the floor, and Ione looking toward Ivan, kneeling down, Carrie Maud Weekland Boline, and standing is Vernal Leroy Boline.
Picture 53. Is this when your mom went on the airplane out to Seattle?
I think so. This is Carrie Maud Boline going on her first and last airplane ride on a,
It moves in that too.
it was a Boeing, what do they call, Stratocruiser,
Mm-hmm.
4-engine loud thing I've flown on too. Who's this? Just somebody want to get their picture taken?
Would that be at the old
The old
Minneapolis?
old Minneapolis airport.
Before they built it up? Before
I
the
don't remember
terminal
this
was there?
building there. That must be a hangar.
Chamberlain Field.
Old Chamberlain Field, yeah.
And that was like in the early 50s?
Well, yeah, Jerry was going to have a operation for hernia, and it was he was born in 41, and this is probably 49. I'm guessing 48. Well, we were married, weren't we, Joan? Oh, we weren't. Oh, I know. And I went over there, and Girlie says, "Ma, I'm scared. She's gonna have an operation. I don't want to be alone." So she said, "Oh, I'll come out there." Pa and Dad died already, so it's got to be 54, 53 or 54. I'm guessing. And when she went out there, so well, first she says, "I'll take train. I'll take a bus. That's cheaper." Well, the bus is going to get there after the operation. The train will be after the operation. The only way you can get there is fly. I've never flown. So we got her a plane ticket, and she came back by bus or train. I don't recall
Hurry to
which.
get back, huh?
No hurry then.
Here's picture 54.
That's Eileen with Floyd Edmund Boline, Floyd Albert Boline's son. So this has got to be 19. What she got here in 45 or 46, but it looks like he's about 15 or 16. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of where that's at though. See, look at the house. It could have been the back of Floyd and Helen's house. Didn't say where.
Here's picture 56.
That's Dale Boline with, it looks
That'd be Glenn, wouldn't it?
probably be Glenn on my shoulders, yeah.
Is that from your house in Richfield?
I don't recall that. I'm trying to look at the car or anything else
Could
from
have been Verlander's
Who?
Verlander's B.
Next door?
Landers?
Oh yeah, the next door.
Yeah.
So this
It
is
would
your
be
car
six-
here?
It
No.
would be 66th Street on the other side of that house. It was another house.
No, it was way down there at 66. There was a blank. There was a vacant lot. There were about 3 or 4 houses past ours.
I thought maybe there'd be something on the map. There's picture
No.
57.
That's Wayne wearing Vernal's Air Force hat because he's not in the Army yet or Air Force yet. And Carrie Maud Boline, look how thin she was. And Vernal, so this is probably 42, 43. I think she went into sanitarium about 46. They took give everybody a Manitou test, and they said she had TB. Went in there and gained about 40 pounds. Lay, they won't want you to do anything but lay, you know. That was the cure.
There's picture 58.
This is also at 130 East 38th Street. There's
Picture
my
59.
Albert Charles Boline, dad, son Vernal Leroy Boline, and mother Carrie Maud
So was that,
Weekland
was that
Boline.
him probably leaving, or was he just coming back?
It's out of Fort Snelling.
So probably leaving,
I don't know where he left from. I don't remember. There we are, another of those pictures we've seen before.
yeah, saw that twice before.
Yeah.
Picture 61. Here's picture 62.
There's left to right, back row, Ivan Emmanuel Boline, Marilyn Boline, Ole, and eventually and Eisenman. And there Eileen May Stanley Boline, Helen August Boline, and her husband Floyd Albert Boline. In the lower left in front is Jerry Grubb. Lower right in the front is Michael Joel Boline, son of Floyd and Helen. Marilyn is their daughter.
Here's picture
There's
63.
Eileen with Vernal with all his
That was right
ribbons.
after he got married, I think.
Yeah, this is probably taken in England.
Yeah.
Probably a wedding picture. He was a staff sergeant with the Distinguished Flying Cross, Air Medal with 4 Oak Creek clusters, Presidential Citation,
Kind of stuff.
all kinds of good stuff.
Here's picture 64.
I think we've seen this before too. Eileen and Grandma Carrie Maud Boline.
Here's
Here's
picture
friends.
65.
This is 130 East 38th Street on the west side of the building. Over here on the left is
Sitting on the car.
sitting on the car on the running board. Probably Jerry and Bobby. Jerry Grubb, Bobby Erickson, cousins. This is Bill Baden, good friend of mine. Dale, I'm in the Navy, and Dick Carlson. He eventually, they all went in the service, but I was about half a year older than those guys. They're both gone now.
So it looks like Dick Carlson wearing your hat.
Yeah, I think so.
Here's picture 66, Album 13.
And this is taken at Vernal Eileen's 5749 Newton. Yeah, it's Vernal with a checkered shirt. June sitting behind to the next, and then Wayne Boline, Shirley Boline Erickson, and Dale Boline. They're all siblings.
November 11th,
77.
Here's, we saw this one already. Here, this
Yeah.
one, you can see Vernal's face, though.
Oh,
This
yeah.
Picture 68 is a duplicate,
Okay.
so good. Nope,
Well,
you.
That's
69.
right after I had too much coffee. Don't know where that was taken.
Yeah, it looks like it's in a studio with.
Yeah. Or one of those picture machines.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's picture 71.
That's behind in the back door of 130 East 38th Street. Carrie Boline and Vernal Boline, and behind it looks like Gurley holding Marlis. That's what it looks like. I can't tell.
40, 41, 42, 43.
Yeah.
Picture 79.
This, I think, I'm trying to figure. That looks like Bobby Erickson, Marlis,
It's Ivan's house.
Ivan's house.
Is
And
it?
there's Mary
Mhm.
holding one of their kids, probably Sandra and then Dale Boline to the right.
Is that Wayne then with the movie camera?
It must be Wayne, because he had cameras, yeah, and big lights.
Here, I wonder.
That's Sandra.
Ah,
That's Sandra Boline, Wayne and Mary's daughter.
so that would be Mary.
That'd be Mary then.
Yeah. So it'd be like 58 or so. She was born the same year as me, right?
Was she?
I think so.
Could be.
Give or take. Here's picture 82.
There's,
Sonny right there.
yeah, there's Wayne
Wayne Jr.
Harley Boline Jr., Sonny. This would be Sandra,
behind the bucket or
Yeah.
whatever.
Eileen, and Mary up there on the couch.
Here's picture 83.
Trying to figure out where this is at. This is, looks like Laverne. Anyway, in the back, and June Fortress and Grandma Boline. I'm trying to figure out who this is and where it's at.
See, no, nothing back. Picture 84. Looks like you're back up at the.
Yeah, back up Sunset Point. Went there every year for years. Grandpa Albert Charles Boline, and that's got to be Sonny. Grandma Boline.
Wayne Jr.
This is Wayne Boline Sr.
No, right here. Wayne Jr. right here.
Oh, right there, yeah. And
And
she's
that's probably Mary.
Mary Beth, Mary Elizabeth, and Mary and Wayne. Everybody looks thinner.
Let's it up a little bit.
And there's Pa and Ma,
Picture 85.
Wayne Jr., Mary holding Sandra, I guess, and Burl, and this must be Sonny in the front. There's our 1947 Buick we had, nice car.
That's your car? Or?
Yeah, it's mine. We sold it to Wayne.
Oh.
That's Albert Charles Boline and Wayne.
Putting something in the rooftop
Yeah,
area?
rooftop carrier, yeah. Maybe he already owned it then. I sold it to him. Nice car.
87.
There's Girlie with one of her chihuahuas. And Grandma Boline, Carrie Maud Boline, and Wayne Harley Boline. And there's,
There again.
there
with
they are
Sonny.
again with Sonny, yeah.
Picture 88. Here's picture 89. Taken in February of 66, it looks like. I can recognize Mom there.
There's Mom, yeah.
And Honey.
Honey.
That must
That's
be
Nancy.
Nancy, okay.
Nancy Christensen. And this Eileen here.
Yeah, it looks like Eileen.
And Ma, it could be Cheryl and Marlis. There's Pa and Ma. On my old hammock from the Navy. I ended up giving it to Wayne.
Picture 91.
This is that Ivan I owned, I believe. That's, well, it could be from Eileen's dining room, yeah. But that's I own back there, and Ma, and Ivan, and Cheryl.
And picture
There's-
92.
There's Marlis Joy Boline, born in 1941. Now Martinson.
The brick house.
Picture 93. That was
That's Marlis and Craig. That's Ivan's house. They had a brick house.
Ivan's house,
Yeah.
brick house.
in Richfield.
Yeah.
What was the address?
I think it was 7104 12th Avenue.
Here's picture 94. That's your mom with
Yeah, yeah.
Carrie Boline with Vernal.
Well, this
yeah, it looks
was-
like Vernal.
Yeah, that's Vernal.
That's what the rating is.
Yep.
So that would. What year was he born?
1913.
13. So Grandma would
It's
have
100.
been.
That's 102 years ago.
Yeah.
And 13, and she was born in 85, so she was
15.
15, and 13 is 28 years old, yeah.
And we
We've
just
seen
saw
that one.
Yeah.
Seen that one.
Here's
There's
picture 98, album 13.
Shirley Carey Boline with her son Robert, probably 1942.
Here's picture 15. No, picture 101.5.
That's Floyd Edmund Boline, son of Floyd and Helen Boline, and that's Nancy and Gary. Nancy Christensen married Gary Boline, and that's Gary's uncle. I don't know if it's Ken August. There's two brothers. Remember the other guy? I think Ken and. I don't know who that was.
They would have been Gary
They were Helen's half brothers.
Okay.
That was at
Where was it?
Bud's house,
At Little Bud's house?
Little Bud's house.
You think?
Piano?
I'm thinking it might have been Floyd's house.
I'm
She
sure
died
they
in
were having a party.
1976.
We were having a party.
At there,
And the piano was there.
what piano?
This piano.
I know, but whose piano is that?
Well, here's some pictures up here.
Yeah, I think this is Helen and Floyd's house
Yes,
over on
well,
4348 10th Avenue South.
That's the house it is.
Okay. You said Bud's house. It's Floyd and Helen's
Well,
house.
near Bud's.
Here's picture one from. These are pictures from the group.
Here's Ione and Gurley. That's Helen. Laurel. That's Helen's sister Laurel. She was a pretty lady too. That must be Gurley holding Jerry. Okay.
Here's a picture.
Gurley and
two.
Vernal. This looks like it's down at, well, it's got steps there. Looks like the railroad station down on Washington Avenue and
It does.
3rd Avenue.
Yeah.
Used to call that the Milwaukee Road Station.
Here's
Yes.
picture three.
Gurley and Bobby. Where I'm not sure.
Well, that would be out in.
No, it was here.
Oh, okay. I'm
But
not sure which house that is.
he had her first husband's sister and husband, the Preebes, Hazel and Art Preeb. They had a house on, I think Portland Avenue. It was a nice 2-story house. I think it might have been their backyard because she was very close to them. That's the family picture of
Picture four.
Floyd and Helen Boline's. Gary on the top left, Gary Dwayne Boline, born June 10th, 1931, I think. Floyd Edmund Boline, November 17th, 1929. Helen August. Floyd Albert Boline, Marilyn Boline, born in February of 1927, and Michael Joel Boline, born right during the war too, 40 I think, 1940. There's Vernal Leroy Boline,
That'd
and
be with Jerry.
no, it looks like Bobby, holding Bobby Erickson, and June Florence Tritz, Boline Tritz.
Well, you're in one of them now. This is picture number 13.
There's Dale Boline, June wearing Vernal's hat. She's holding Bobby Erickson. It got to be 1942, probably 42.
That's the.
It's 130 East 38th Street. Yeah, nice house. There, we've seen that one before.
Yep.
There's Gurley and Ma.
Says 56 October.
Let's see where it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that when she went out to visit? Because these are from Gurley's.
Oh yeah.
album.
Oh yeah. This is out in Seattle somewhere.
There's,
This is that Vernal Ben and Laverne Belfort's home on Old Shakopee Road, I believe. And that's Ivan, Emmanuel Boline, in front of his sister, June. Ivan born 1910, June in 1916, January 2nd. And Ben Belfer and Laverne Belfer, Laverne Bugby, and Cora Belfer.
there's picture 12,
Yeah.
17.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, we know where that is now.
Yeah.
Just a matter of when. You guys took
Well-
her on a trip, right?
Well, we were sitting at home on a Saturday morning. I got 2 weeks vacation, and we're sitting there. What should we do? Well, I've never been to Yellowstone. Neither have I. Why don't we go there? Well, it's already that far. Why don't we take Ma and go out to Seattle?
What were you guys thinking?
Well, we didn't have any money, so we can't go till Monday. So Monday I rushed over to the city service to the credit union and got some money out. I don't know if we had money, but we got some out. And then Ma picked up some of the bills, food went along the way, and shared the motel costs. Got her out there, and then we went on down to California and back.
Mm-hmm. So this would have been. early
1956.
50s? Oh, that's right.
Wayne, and Ma,
Bobby.
and Bobby Erickson, and Vernal Boline.
There's
There's
Alva 17, picture 18.
there's Laverne,
Floyd.
Floyd, Bernice, and Ivan. Cute kids.
And here's picture 19, album 17.
There's Chucky, and Ron Wall, me, Ivan, Cheryl, Marla's back there,
Yep.
Honey, Gurley, Joan. At the airport for some event, somebody was going someplace, or coming in. Who was? Gurley heading back. Yeah, she got a purse there.
Back when you could do that.
Yeah,
Chucky looks like he's about 14.
yeah, at the most. Got a Christmas ski jacket on.
Mm-hmm. 69 or 70 maybe.
I'm thinking that. I wonder if we bought that jacket out in Colorado when you all got jackets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here's a picture 120.
Yeah, there's Ione, Honey, Cheryl. Who's that?
Chucky's back there.
Oh yeah, he's got to be younger.
Could be Patrick.
Could be Patrick, yeah. Good looking kid. And there's Mom, there's Marlis, Dale, Chucky, and Ivan. And there's Gurley
121.
with Andrew Boline, born in Sweden. Came over in the ocean on the,
Where'd they come in, you know?
I think it was Boston. I'm positive. Because that's my dad's side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not positive, but I read something about Boston. It wasn't New York.
And we already saw this
Yeah,
one.
we saw this one before.
Looks like,
Same picture out at the airport.
yeah, just a different grouping.
Dale,
Picture 123.
Gurley, Honey, and Ivan.
Here's
There's
picture 124, album 17. Right after Christmas. After
Yeah,
Chucky's
we gave
telescope.
Chucky that telescope for Christmas, and there's Eileen and Vernal.
Looks like a Lincoln log set or something.
Yeah. Yeah,
All kinds of pictures and things up there.
those sconces that I think,
bedroom.
but no, that's the living room. That's for the piano.
Silhouettes.
These sconces were made by, I want to say Amos. What's Sonny and Ambrose? Ambrose. I think Ambrose made them for you. Yeah. Yeah. Ambrose Johnson, Sonny.
He's a carpenter.
He was a sister to.
Who?
Who's his sister?
Who's?
Ambrose's sister.
Ellie.
Joe and Ellie McDonald.
Oh, okay.
That's her brother. Got a great carpenter. He was a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
There's Oscar Boline, my dad's half brother. Albert Boline's half brother.
Picture 125.
And that's taken up in Cambridge.
Here's picture
Gurley and
126.
Jerry. That's probably taken in Seattle. He's a
Cub Scout.
Cub Scout. Anyway,
Here's picture 127, album 17. Somebody has a lot
Pa.
of fish there.
Pa and Ma, and it could be me. And that might have been up in LaPorte, Minnesota. Could have bought the resort for $3,000. You missed a lot of opportunities, I think.
Picture 128.
Here's Vernal with Bobby Erickson. We've seen
That
that
looks like
before,
that.
too. We've seen that before.
We saw that.
Saw that one, too.
Here's picture 133.
That's Jerry and Vernal. In front of him is Jerry Grubb and Bobby Erickson and Marlis Joy Boline. They're all the same age.
Here's picture 137. That's you right there. isn't
That
it?
looks kind of like me.
Whose house is that?
Down there.
That looks like what Eileen's, doesn't it?
You know,
The front steps with the sidewalk going off here.
and
Window there.
they didn't have this.
Shutters.
66.
This looks like their sidewalk, though.
You got 3 steps.
Well, yeah, I think it is. Vernal Eileen's front stair. They
Is
had
that
the
the
side.
Eileen in the doorway there?
Yep. I think so.
Grandma grandma and grandpa, and then whoever that is.
Yeah,
Hard to see.
that's Joe. Well, that's the same house.
Yeah.
That isn't our house.
No, we're wondering if
Isn't
it's,
Carol Arlene's either.
Yeah, they don't have a roof coming
No,
down like that.
no,
It looked
they
like
don't.
just because of the way the sidewalk
Yeah,
went
right.
out to the side.
I can't imagine whose house that is. Who's that lady? Is that Dodie? I bet maybe it's Ben Laverne's house. Might be Ben Laverne's house out in
Here's
Carol
picture
Boline.
139.
This is at 3415 Elliott Avenue South,
That was
Minneapolis.
still around.
That was way back in the late 30s, like 38, 39.
Here's picture 140.
We've seen that one before, didn't we?
Um,
Floyd Edmund Boline, Wayne Harley Boline, this is cousins, a nephew. Dale Boline, brother to Wayne. Jerry Grubb, nephew. Gurley's son, and my dad. Albert Charles Boline, and the 40 Olds in the back.
and that's at
130 East 38th Street.
so
the
that
back.
would be like 19.
Well, he's in the Army now, so it's probably 42, maybe 43.
Mm-hmm.
Little buds.
So he would have been 16 or 17.
Born is 29, so he's about 14 then, I think.
Mhm.
And Jerry's about 2 or 3.
Here's that house again.
I'm thinking,
Picture 141.
I was thinking of Ivan's house out on
Before they moved to Richfield.
yeah, the one that they rented, but I didn't think it was that kind of siding. That's a newer type siding.
Mm-hmm.
I can't picture it.
Picture 142.
Well, that's
Rural Eileen.
Vernal Eileen and Ma. And it looks like 3222 Elliott in the back door. Now, that's,
Picture 143. All kinds of little kids there, huh?
yeah. This looks like Nancy. It looks like Marla's, but they're not that close in age. Bobby. Not sure.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it was just some neighborhood kids too or something.
Anything's possible. There we
Here's
are.
picture 144.
This was a girlfriend of Wayne's from Lincoln, Nebraska. She dumped him. My mother, Carrie Maud Boline, Eileen Boline, and Dolores Inquist dumped me.
Here's picture 146. What house is that in?
That's a good question. There's Ma sitting down here. That's me back there. I'm in the Navy, so it's 1945, or maybe spring of 46. And that's Wayne's girlfriend. That's Dolores. My dad. There's Vernal and Eileen. So it's probably 46. I think.
After he came back.
Yeah, he's back no more apparently.
It's in front of somebody's house. You
Yeah.
don't recognize it though?
Vaguely, Floyd Roosevelt's folks had a house kind of like that, South Minneapolis, someplace. I'm not sure.
Here's
Little-
picture 75.
That's Little Bud, Floyd Edmund Boline, looking at
Picture
photographs.
of Bud looking at pictures.
Yeah, I don't recall ever seeing this before. That's Bernie. This is that couch that we got from Vernal Eileen, so I don't know. It might be taken here.
And that's Pepper. It's got to be taken here.
I can tell it's Pepper. I thought it was.
Right there with his tail.
Well, that's his tail. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And here's
Leroy
78.
and Marlis Martinson, very young. There they are,
Picture 79. There they are again.
very young. And there's Barbara Rutledge Ford and Floyd Edmund Boline. They were,
So your friend Mark Ford?
yeah, they were an item.
Was that right?
Oh yeah. And then he went in the Marines and he came back and started dating. And all of a sudden he dropped her. We were hoping to get together. But,
Mm-hmm.
She was my friend.
yep.
Did you set him up?
Met Bernie.
You guys met Bernie?
Mm.
Met Bernie first.
Marilyn worked with her.
Oh.
They were working for Northwest Airlines or something.
Mm-hmm. Here's picture
This is
83.
it.
This is at the Helen Floyd's, I think.
Yeah,
There's
this is the same
That's the same
piano
house.
and chair.
Boyd Boline. There's
There's Jack Stewart.
Jack Stewart. Yeah,
And who's in the middle?
that's Betty Christensen Daly.
Oh, okay.
And that was Floyd and
Floyd and Helen's house. There's my ma,
Album 21, picture 12.
and that's got to be. Where was it taken?
I don't know.
Because that's a thing that sticks out, isn't it? The windows.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those are.
Sure, Jake.
Yeah.
Will you stop so you can take bills?
Picture the location of that home.
Okay, that's all right. Early 60s, late 50s.
She died in '63, so it's got to be '50s. 'Cause my dad's not involved.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, in front of Bob and Shirley's house. Yeah,
1963.
1963. Yeah, my dad died on January 20th of '63, so she was just a widow at that time.
Looks like somebody was coloring.
Yeah, trying to trace
This
the
looks like
bed.
the original or something.
Yeah,
It's a better picture, but
I probably did that.
yeah. Here's
There we-
album 22, picture 43.
This is taken out in California, Hollywood, California.
And we've got another picture.
Got a big picture with me with some other guys. Yeah, there's Cheryl. Nice
Picture
picture.
44.
Cheryl, that's probably your graduation picture from high school.
Picture
There's
45.
Wayne Harley Boline Jr.
There's picture 60 from album 25.
Who's it?
Let's see. Ivan.
Ivan.
Boline. Wow. 1912 or 13.
Because he was born in 1910, so.
Boy, that doesn't look like Minneapolis. It looks like it's way out in the boonies.
Well, they might have been up to the farm in the country, too. You never know.
Well,
In Minneapolis.
it says in Minneapolis.
Yep.
Here's picture 61.
That's Jerry Grubb, Bobby Erickson, Marlis Boline Martinson.
1943.
10, 1, 41, 42, and 41. Yeah. There's Morris, Leroy, Susie, and Dale Boline.
Picture 66, album 25.
I'm guessing this might be Glenn Kitty's or Glenn Chris's wedding celebration because they got married in South Carolina. And this is at the Wayzata Country Club. There's Vernal again.
Yeah, we got that one already. Here's picture 70, album 25. That's
Wayne
you.
Hart. No, is that me?
Yeah, it says.
Oh yeah. 32. I look like Wayne Erickson, Wayne Boline Jr. But
You've got, you're very studious. You got a book.
I think it's a cake pie tin. I'm eating the scraps or something.
Oh.
Maybe it's a book.
Any idea what house it is?
Yeah, 3222 Elliott Avenue South, Minneapolis.
And so you would
We live there from 38, I think, till we went to what happened.
about 12 there then, maybe?
I was going to Bryant, so that was between 38 and 40, so 36 to 40. Let's see. Central was 41 to 44, or 40 to 44, so this was 36 to 40, so probably 1938, I'm guessing.
So
I'm about 12 years old, yeah. 38 or 39. Pretty close.
Picture 77.
This is that our house?
Yeah, that's our house.
That's the old deck, original deck?
Actually, it looks like a new deck there.
It does.
Looks like brand new redwood. Right after Glenn's graduation.
Yeah, we put that up in 2 days.
Built it for Glenn's graduation.
Yeah, we had a weekend to do it, or something like that. Took a day off from work, went and got the lumber, we had to load in the trailer, and the trailer went like this, reloaded. And this is, excuse me,
Okay.
who's smoking there? I can't tell, but looks like Pat Maher. This is Joe
McDowell.
McDowell. Is that you, Joan?
Yeah.
Here's this.
I remember that.
We got that. It's in the car.
That's a keg.
Oh yeah, but this blanket is still it's in our
I
car.
remember that.
Must have even it took time to cut the grass.
Here's some more. From
Well,
the
here's
same party.
Laverne and Marlis.
No, that's
Cheryl. Is that you or Ione? It looks like Nancy and Honey, Vernal
Eileen.
and Eileen. He looks it's just a big field back there.
Yeah, back when we used to play out there.
Yeah.
And probably from the same.
There's Mary and must
Mary
be
and Sandra.
Mary. This is Sandra and this is Mary Elizabeth.
Mhm.
Wayne. Jim Conway. Don't know. There's Leroy and Vernal. Here's Helen.
Mhm. Yeah, that looks pretty new there.
Yeah.
Here's picture 54.
That's gotta be Ben.
27.
And Ione and Laverne. Here's Dodie. And Marilyn and Gurley and Helen and Ma. I don't know where that was. Probably Lake or
One of the parkways or something.
Minnehaha Park, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't say where. Any idea what year that would have been?
Dodie died in the early 50s.
Early 50s.
Yeah.
Here's
I think that's Ivan. I don't know.
album one, picture one. Yeah, it says, actually this one has Floyd about 1920, it says.
I don't know who the other guy is in. Where does it say that?
Get the
Okay.
name of the file, so this must be one from,
That's an old car. I think we've seen that before, haven't we?
yeah, picture one.
And this was right after the war.
Yep, 46,
Yeah, I think so.
45.
Well, Eileen, in October 45. Yeah, it had to be 45.
Picture.
Ione, Ma, Ivan.
That was at Ivan's house
Bundle two, picture 6.
when they had their bathroom without a door.
Oh, that was that house on 4th Avenue. Where was that? The picture before?
Oh, this one, isn't this it?
No, this is their regular house.
Is that Craig, maybe?
Yeah, it's got to be Craig. With Marlis holding him and
Here's picture 27, bundle 4. I think this one might have right in.
don't even know who that is. Oh, Robert Erick's nephew, Jerry Grubb. That is Bob Erickson. Let's see it again. He was in the Army. Doesn't even look like him, does it? Oops, excuse me.
Yeah, I was just going to zoom in. Kind of looks like him there because I've seen pictures of him.
Yeah.
Here's
Bobby,
bundle 4, picture 40.
Barbara, Darlene, and Nancy. And
That's Floyd. I think this is probably written in the back.
yeah, Floyd, and Ivan,
Vernal, right there.
Vernal, Gurley, and Honey.
Mhm.
There's Helen and Floyd.
There's picture 7. That's you again.
Yeah, that's me, about 2 or 3 years old, 38, 21, 11th Avenue South. Minneapolis.
Picture 83.
Might
That's
be
you
my
again.
dad. What does he look like? Any of our kids? What's their hair that way?
There's you again. Picture 26.
Yeah. 1639th Avenue South. That's where they lived when they first bought that house. They never bought another one.
Mm-hmm.
He bought that house and never bought another house. Who knows why?
That's just a
There's-
copy of that.
Yeah, and there's Wayne Boline in his Air Force ID photo, class 345, group 6. There's Shirley Carey, Boline Erickson, Ivan Boline, and June Florence Boline Grubb Tritz. In front of them is Jerry Grubb and Bobby Erickson.
You know,
We've seen this one before, yeah.
This is the one from your mom's letter box.
Okay.
That's your dad. This is in 1887.
Well, my dad's born 83. He's 84 years old then.
Years old there.
Is that Andrew?
Mm-hmm. And Anna.
Anna? And Grandma. Let's see you. I don't remember her name though.
Might say on the back here. Ma. That doesn't help.
We might have it someplace.
I've got it in the book, yeah. That's Craig and
Craig and Ivan, Dale and
15.
Cheryl. I mean Marlis.
No, that's Susie.
Well, that's Susie. Okay, this is probably taken behind
53.
Ivan's house on 70 on 12th Avenue. That's their garage back there. The house is here. It's a brick house. There's Ivan, Cheryl.
I think Cheryl went with us on our.
Yeah. And Ma, Joan, Glenn, and Susie. Who is this? That's not Marlis. I don't know who that lady is. Friend of Cheryl's probably. That's our 56 Ford.
I think, let me check something. He might be, these all look familiar.
Might be doing it over again.
Yeah, the last picture was this one. That's the last one, the way to look at it. Now we're back at the beginning. That's where we started.
We're done then.
Yep.
How about that?